Testing 1 2 1 2 3. Just kidding. Now we have been testing out new sound tonight on the well, not new sound, but sound on the Other People's Show Facebook page. I'm not sure how it's going. 50-50. Sometimes it works, sometimes it no sound, sometimes it's what word did you say? Unintelligible, something like that.
Yeah, remember.
Was that what it was? Or it's unlistenable. So hopefully it won't be this time, but if not, it'll be fixed. So if this one's unlistenable, don't share this one. Share the repost in about an hour and a half. So it is Friday, October 25th, 2024. What's been going on, guys? Have you all had a good week?
Yeah. It's been okay.
Not bad? Okay. It is the, are you all going to dress up for Halloween? No?
Nah.
We talked about it last week. Now, Jeremiah, I wanted to apologize that you were sick last week.
Oh, yeah, that's
because of a TV dinner. Was that the reason? A TV dinner?
Oh, yeah. Oh,
what
yeah.
What kind was it?
Dude, it was a, what are them ones with the little, it's a little tiny thin patty, but there's like a million of them in it. Nope, I actually like it.
Is it the turkey gravy?
Yeah. Nope, turkey.
Turkey
That's
gravy?
What it was, the little tiny thin pieces of
It's got like 8 of them in
gravy
there.
all
Okay.
over it. Yeah.
But David did say that it was going to include gravy.
Yep.
So I laughed last week, not because you were feeling bad, but just because I didn't think a TV dinner would be your demise.
It about did, dude. About took me out of here.
So man. I'm glad that you're feeling. Do you have you're feeling better? Do you have a favorite TV dinner?
Oh, favorite TV dinner?
Yeah,
absolutely.
What would that be?
Kick
with steak
meals.
With macaroni and mashed potatoes, dude. You take it all and just mix it together.
Okay.
You just throw the mashed potatoes and the gravy and the macaroni and eat it.
What about you, David? Is that your favorite one?
No. I'm not really picky. Just so long as it's not got like mostly vegetables in the dang tray.
Right.
I've never seen you eat a vegetable. Corn. Which one is it you like?
I like corn, but there's more that I like that I just really can't eat because it's like a texture issue.
Yeah,
like
I got texture issues too. See, I couldn't throw it all together like you just said, Jeremiah. I would like to be able to do that, but my textures phobia.
Can't have stuff touching.
No, I typically eat one item at a time.
I used to do that, man. I really did until
I eat like a kid.
TV
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, certain fruit, like I like to try to eat fruit, but if it's a certain texture, like I can't really eat a banana. I like the way I like bananas; they're good for you, but I have to eat it quickly or it grosses me out.
See, I'm not like that. I don't really have that with fruit at all.
Okay, what's your big texture issue?
My biggest one is tomatoes.
Okay, like where it's like mushy.
I have no. I just as soon as I bite into it, I immediately start gagging.
That's weird.
I could be honest. I would too. I don't like tomatoes on things.
You know the thing is, I can take a cherry tomato, squeeze like the juice out of it, like onto something, and I love it. Love the taste of it. Love tomato juice.
See, I love things that like ketchup or
I hate ketchup.
You don't like ketchup?
I hate it. Love
really?
tomatoes, but I hate
used
ketchup.
to love ketchup, but yeah, I'm growing to kind of just.
No, I don't like over. Like a lot of people when they get fries, I don't like when they put ketchup all over it. I'm like, you ruined
I do not
it.
use ketchup for my fries ever.
I don't want soggy vinegar tomato juice on my fries.
Do you like vinegar chips?
Yes, I do.
Do you?
Salt and vinegar.
What about you, David?
No.
No, I don't. Vinegar's just.
I hate vinegar too, man.
But it's funny.
But you like the chips though?
I love them. I don't know why.
Remember those those Canadian all dressed chips that they Lay's that they'd had for a little bit?
Let's see.
Is that the ones you used to get out in Wise?
I think maybe. I think so.
Seems like it. Had a odd taste to it.
Well, remember a couple years ago.
They have like a vinegary taste to them, and I like those a lot.
Okay.
But it's not like a strong. It's more of like a savory type of.
Okay, I'm seeing them right now. I've never had them, but I've seen them. Do you remember when was it Ruffles? Maybe they still do it, but they put out like gravy and biscuit chips.
Oh yeah.
Did you try
breakfast
those?
Chips like chicken and waffles.
Yeah.
And, yeah.
What did you think about those?
I like
good.
the gravy and biscuits.
Yeah.
Those weren't bad.
Uh-uh.
Now, what did
Very
we try
peppery.
in here? We tried something when we first.
Sour Patch Oreo.
Yes.
That was like was that the first show
What?
we did? Or?
It might have been with you and Amber.
Yeah.
It might have been.
Sour Patch Oreos. Ugh.
Yeah,
So
it
I'm going to
was
bring in
weird.
something. If I can remember, I'm going to bring in something next week for us to try. Now, maybe last year someone brought in. We were watching the movie Sling Blade with Billy
yeah.
Bob Thornton, and they brought in biscuits and mustard.
Oh my god.
And I never had tried it, and we tried it. So, and those reels got over a couple thousand views. So we need to try food again.
Yeah.
I like mustard on my biscuits.
That's a good impression. That's a great impression.
Ain't got no gas in it.
So what should I bring? Should I bring some kind of candy next week or just a surprise?
Yeah, surprise.
Surprise.
All right, I've got something in mind.
Hey, if you ever want to make it interesting, if you're trying to make it interesting, you should look into snack crates, where they ship you like a crate of like international snacks.
Okay.
It's like a subscription you can get.
Okay,
Surprise box is like $25 a month or something. And
Yeah,
they ship you like all kinds of. It's a theme each month from like a different different country. From,
Okay.
And you don't know where it's going to come from, and it's snacks from
Different parts of the world.
yeah.
Okay, I'll have to definitely look into that. That might be something we do. We could do like the gourmet chef of snack crates. Have you ever done any of those hot chip challenges or anything like that?
I cannot
Yeah.
stand hot stuff like that.
Really?
Yeah.
Which one did
Yeah,
you
I
do,
did.
Jeremiah?
Oh, I've done about every one of them. I did the
last one they had. That one,
They
that
had a-
single chip.
Yeah, the Pocky.
Yeah, hockey.
Yeah,
I've tried to find it again to do it again.
they discontinued them. They
Did-
quit making them.
Too many people were.
Yep. There were people actually like almost dying from them. There could have even been possibility that few
So-
people did die from them.
I mean, it would kill me if I
Yeah.
had that pocky chip
It's hot.
residue on my finger and touch my eyeball.
Oh, don't do that.
I
If
ate
you
a-
eat them with gloves.
That's
I
what
ate
we
a ghost
did.
pepper
Yeah.
one time whenever I was younger, and that
Oh,
just like
man.
ruined me on like really
Yeah, I
spicy stuff.
guarantee it.
Because at the time, whenever I'd ate it, ghost pepper was known to be the world's hottest pepper at that time.
I think they got what is it that's hotter than that now?
There's
Scorpion pepper.
There's like 10
yeah.
or 12 different peppers hotter than that they've discovered. Freaking insane.
There's some kind of a chocolate pepper that's really hot too, man. That's supposed to be crazy. I think
So-
it's a chocolate scorpion.
So no hot stuff for David.
No.
No hot challenges on the show. Okay, well I've got a challenge that we're gonna do tonight. You all don't know about it. I almost messaged you all earlier and let you all know. But we're gonna do a thing, and you'll have
Pop
to think
quiz.
a thing called confessions.
Oh no! I didn't study for this one.
So
Where's
in the
my
confessions,
itinerary?
I'm gonna confess. I'll start off tonight. That wasn't the exact music that I had in mind. Let's see if I can find something a little bit better than
Sounds
that.
good to me.
It's fitting. It definitely sounds like
hear
you're about to go into confession. Confess to Father. Father,
Let's
I have
see.
sinned.
What's that little booth called? A confessional?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had some really good music. This is a segment that we've done in the past, but I haven't done it in quite some time.
Forgive
So
me, Father,
I'm going to
for
give a
I have sinned.
confession about something that happened in my childhood that no one knows about.
Uh-oh.
I've never told this story on the show, and only me and the Lord know about this.
Uh-oh.
No one else knows, so I'm going to confess it here on the show tonight.
Oh.
There we go. It's a little bit better. So when I was I was probably about 8 years old during this. I went into a kind of like a Kmart type store, and I had on this. Do you remember the old baseball jackets that like players would use, and they would like button. They
The
would be like
Lettermans?
yeah,
Yeah.
but without the letters, just
Yeah.
plain. Usually.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah,
they're
like the throw-overs.
Yeah, and they would like
Yeah.
button. They would have these. Usually, you'd see like one solid color, red or blue,
Yeah.
white, whatever. So I had one of those on, but I was coming back from baseball practice. We went into this Kmart like store called Maston's. It was when I lived in Oak Harbor, Washington, and I wanted this toy called the. I'm trying to think of the name of it now, but it was in like a figure, almost like a GI Joe figure.
Yeah.
The chest of it had like a hologram on it.
Like
Yeah.
the things you move. And
Yeah.
the
Like a
picture
holograph.
changes.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
a holographic hologram.
Yes. I'm going to try to
I know what you're
find.
talking about now, because like they were doing that with like a lot of stuff. There's like Jordans with them.
Oh
on
yeah.
shoes, and
Okay,
then
I know what
there's,
you're talking about.
They started doing it with like Pokemon merch there for a little bit.
Okay.
In the early 2000s and I believe like the late 90s.
These might have been called Supernaturals. Might have been what this was. But anyway, my stepdad was a real a-hole. He wasn't
I
nice.
feel your pain
He wasn't
there, bro.
he wasn't nice. He really
Not
wasn't
my
nice.
stepdad now, but my old.
Okay, so you
My
can
new
you
one's
can
cool
relate.
as shit. It's cool as the stuff.
Oh, I'd forgotten about this. So in addition to the hologram on the chest, it came with like something that you would hold, and it had the holograph. It was like on a pole, and the holograph would be on this thing too. But this was like a pole.
Yeah.
You would hold it. Because I see a picture of it right now. I'd forgotten about that.
Okay.
Well, I opened my jacket, and I took the, what did we call it? Supernatural. I
Yeah.
put it inside my jacket, buttoned it up, and walked out. Well, walked up to the cashier. I had my arms crossed. I was standing there beside my father and stepdad. We walked out to his truck. I rode with my arms crossed the way to the apartment. Got out of the truck, went inside my room, and there I had it.
Put that big boy up, didn't you?
They were, and I would still have it to this day, except for the fact that all of my toys, every toy that I ever owned from probably 3 years old till 10, they never sent back from Washington State. None of it. So this was one of the things. And up until this moment, no one's ever known. So that was my confession.
I got one for you.
Okay, Jeremiah?
So one time, sorry mom if you're listening. I hope you're not, cause yeah. But when I was about, I don't know, around 11 or 12, I guess, we had been living in this house for about 3 or 4 years, and we were supposed to be taking care of the place because it was handed down to my ex-stepdad by his family, I guess. And when we first moved in there, I developed this, I guess, like an eating disorder. I wasn't eating like I should have been.
Right.
I just wasn't eating a lot. My mom would make my plate, or my stepdad, and I wouldn't eat what was on it. And what I would do, they wouldn't let me up from the table until I got done eating. So
Okay.
I would take my leftover food that I couldn't eat, and I would hide it somewhere, and it would just sit there and mold because they wouldn't find it. Like, I remember specifically taking a half of a Totino's pizza and shoving it behind the microwave, in between the microwave and the door. And
Why didn't you just throw it in the trash?
well, because they would have looked there first.
Oh, what about
Or
under
the dogs
under
would have been up there sniffing.
trying to get out?
Yeah, and I tried that. I got sent to my room a couple times over the dogs.
So they never knew
Finding
that you
my
did
food.
this.
Well, we went to clean the house when I was about 14, and there's that molded pizza I shoved behind there. Mom was like, "How did this get here? Who did that?" And I was like,
So you never
"Oh, me
confessed.
dog. Who would do that?"
So until now, no one knew.
Now that you mention it, you know those little closets you had like in the little dining room area
Oh,
next
yeah.
to the kitchen?
Yeah, the snack
Your
closet.
mom had me go, because, she kept the vacuum cleaner.
Yeah.
She had me go get the vacuum cleaner for one time. I got in there and found a freaking moldy Twinkie laying in the floor.
Jeremiah
Wonder
strikes
who did
again. The bullfrog strikes again.
You never know where he'll hide his food, dude.
That's hilarious. That's hilarious. David, do you have one?
Yeah, I've got one. I've got
Okay.
one. And I did end up getting caught by my mom and my stepdad at the time, only because what I got caught with was just too easy to get caught with, because I was 3 years old, and we had lived in Utah at the time, because my stepdad, he was like working for a company called Union Drilling,
Okay.
and so we had to go move over there for him to work, and we was staying in this roadside hotel in Utah for a little bit before we got the house that we'd stayed in over there. And I woke up one morning, I had you remember big wheels, right?
Yeah.
I had a big wheel, and I woke up one morning while my mom and stepdad's still asleep, and right to the gas station down the road, walk in, and steal a rubber band gun. Just grab it off the shelf and walk right out.
What?
And then there I am, and the way I'm carrying it, because I'm holding on to the handlebars,
Right.
trying to pedal really fast, get back so I can play with my new toy gun I just stole. I'm actually carrying it in my mouth.
How old were you when this happened?
3. I was 3.
How old were you when yours happened?
Oh gosh, 14, 13,
Okay.
14 at least.
Okay.
And it's there I am in my mouth, just pedaling my big one as fast as I can, and I get back, and I start playing with it, and I'm shooting stuff, and it wakes them up, and I guess they didn't realize it first, and then I start shooting my stepdad with it. He's like, "Hey, wait, where'd you get that?" I was like, "At the gas station." He's like, "Where'd you get the money for that?" I was like, "What money?"
What money? I thought you paid for it.
Oh, but what did they do when they caught you doing it?
No, I don't remember much after that.
Okay.
Probably got my butt busted, and I imagine probably went down to the gas station and paid the dollar that thing that probably costed back in 1996.
And then made you do dishes or something to get it back.
That's hilarious.
That sounds like your
I
mom.
don't think there would have been much dishes to done, because, like I said, it's like a roadside hotel.
Oh,
so
yeah,
yeah.
that's right.
Supposedly.
What part of Utah was this? Do you remember?
Oh man, it was
Utah's
out
a
there.
great.
It was a long ways
Yeah,
in there.
I don't remember. I just know. I remember whenever we ended up moving into the house that we lived in for a little bit. I think that was in Lenore.
Yeah, I liked Utah. I went there back in 2000. I've been there a couple of times. 2015.
I lived really close to that big dinosaur museum that they got. It's you can see the people excavating on the wall.
Yeah.
Yeah, we lived really close to that. Really close to an Indian reservation and a sewage
I
plant,
remember
too.
Papaw telling me about the Indian reservation, him passing it. Was that near where the Dust Devil was? Was you with him when that happened?
Mm-hmm.
You was?
Probably. We lived in the middle of the desert, basically.
How long did you live in Utah?
It was just a few months, because I didn't like it out there, and just all the tornadoes that were happening and stuff was just really dangerous. And my grandparents didn't like me being out there neither, so
Were you a
they
kid?
ended up I was only.
So that's when you were when this story took place.
I was 3 or 4 years old. Yeah.
Have you ever thought about going back there as an adult?
I've wanted to visit. Yeah.
Utah is
I've
very
actually.
cool.
There's
There's a lot of great national
There's some
parks.
people there I highly doubt still lives there, but if I ever went back, if my mom would, she'd probably be able to tell me about whereabouts to go, and I'd probably be able to find them.
Right.
I have that affinity to find people from my past. I've done it before.
Now, what do you think? Because I want to go back out to Oak Harbor relatively soon. You want these, Jeremiah? I didn't even realize these were laying here.
What? Oh.
I don't know if they're plugged in. I was looking for those, and they were hidden in plain sight. Jeremiah's been enduring without headphones, so he's not got to hear the nice chanting music that's been playing. You hear it now?
Oh, I hear it now. Much better.
The confession music. So
I'm
those
here,
are good.
I'm here neglecting Jeremiah. Dang, we're having a good show here.
I know.
Dang.
Some good confessions. That's a segment we used to do, and I don't want you all to forget that we did do guess the theme.
Yes, I was about to ask
ago.
about that.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna do guess the scene as well. I think we're gonna do guess the scene next time.
Just
Okay.
the scene.
Yeah.
So I'm going to bring in a scene. Here's how we'll do it. So I'll bring in a scene.
And so we got to try to guess like maybe your show by the scene, or
No. You all will act out the scene. I'll have parts highlighted. You all will know what
Okay.
movie it's from. I mean, you might when you read it, but you might not, because I won't give it to you. Well, I'll give it to you like this.
Yeah.
Better if you don't know, because if you know what it is, then you might try to act like it is.
Yeah.
But as you're doing it, reading it, you could be like, "Oh, I know what this is," but
Completely
maybe you
different.
don't. And then we'll have the audience guess the movie.
Okay.
So guess the scene. And when we start taking calls, we'll probably have to have, when we start doing that, we'll probably have to have one more person in here doing all the doing the social media stuff.
Yeah.
So we, because it is a lot to do, not a lot, but kind of a lot if it doesn't work. So we'll do that, and then we have guess the theme, which we did about 6 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Or maybe not that long. Have you been on the show 6 weeks, David?
Somewhere around there.
Close.
But
No,
I don't
tonight
think- I
is
think-
show Real Talk show 69, and this show is show 70. So we've done 70 shows.
Okay.
I joined y'all on the fan.
Okay. So that was probably. Let's see. We've done the fan. What was after the fan that we did? Was it straight to Men at Work? Was it?
No.
No.
No, we
Something-
did one in between.
Oh, American
that.
Werewolf in Paris.
That's what it was. Yeah.
Was it American Werewolf in
Yeah.
Paris we did after that?
Yep.
Yeah.
Sure was.
Okay.
And then Men at Work,
Yep.
and then last week, then this week.
Yep.
Yeah.
So five weeks.
That's
And then we
about
missed a
right.
week due to the
The
hurricane.
rain.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah.
That 1 week.
That's right.
Because we were going to
The
do
flooding.
Sin City.
Mm-hmm.
So we still have. I've got a couple of itineraries typed up throughout the past year that never have been used. Either like something's happened, like bad weather, or maybe the station happened to be out, or for some reason. One time, no joke, I was getting ready to do a movie, and someone didn't want me to do the movie because they wanted to do the movie with me. But they told me that as I was sitting in here 5 minutes before the show. So I was like, so I had to think of a movie to do it quick.
Yeah.
And I chose The Crow, the Brandon
Well,
Lee movie,
yeah.
The Crow, because I've seen that movie so many times.
Yeah.
Dude, that's such a great movie. Though.
Yeah,
It
such a great
is
movie. And,
amazing.
basically, I did look up some facts. I mean, I knew a lot of them, but I just looked up really quickly. But luckily, I was able to do it in 5 minutes before the show.
Yeah. No kidding.
But yeah, it's going to be cool. You guys have a banner behind you. It's going to look a lot different for those watching, and we want to bring
Okay.
get people on there when we get it up and going. But tonight was a good step. We have a better view than we have.
Oh yeah.
That's the main
Everybody
complaint.
finally gets to see what me and Jeremiah look like.
Yeah, they're tired of their.
Yeah,
that's
we're
why
just
they
as
don't
ugly
watch
as
because
we
I'm
sound.
on there all the time. I'm like, but it will be good.
Yeah.
So, are you all looking forward to this upcoming? We've got less than a week of October left,
Mm-hmm.
and then we start November. Are you all big holiday people like Thanksgiving? Do you
Oh
enjoy
yeah.
the-
Well, I got certain holidays. Yeah.
What would be your all's favorite one? Do you have one?
Halloween.
I mean, I like Thanksgiving a lot.
Okay.
I do too.
Food's
Good food.
I like the fall holidays for the most. I like fall.
Yeah. I
Like
do
today's
too.
like today.
My
I thought it was a
favorite.
nice day, a cool day. Now, do you all have these big family get-togethers around Thanksgiving, or is it more like a low key?
Sort of. We used to have way bigger ones, but like our immediate family still
Yeah.
gets together.
Okay.
Yeah, used to. You couldn't
We'd
walk
have
in the
the
damn
neighborhood.
house.
No, I had something a few years ago. I think it was back in 2020. We had like Friendsgiving.
Mm-hmm.
So we had quite a few friends over and stuff, and that was I actually did 4 Thanksgivings that day. I did like my mom and my sister, my friend Shelly, the Friendsgiving, maybe just 3, and I was stuffed. I was so
I'd
stuffed
say.
that day, but it was a lot of fun, and that was back when I would end the night, drinking a little bit,
Mm-hmm.
So that made it that much more
Yep,
fun.
that bloats you
at
out.
the time. And yeah, fun Thanksgiving. Do you all like? Now you like turkey, Jeremiah, right?
Oh yeah.
I'm a ham man.
I like.
I like ham better, but I still eat me some.
I mean,
turkey.
yeah, I like
Now, if you had to choose just one that you could eat at Thanksgiving, you would only have like
Ham.
one. It could be turkey, ham, What other things do people
Oh, if I
have?
got to like choose.
Yes.
Oh, if I got to choose.
Turducken.
Turducken.
You could do a duck.
That's something I've always wanted to try is turducken.
I've never had it.
I've heard they're crazy.
Do you stuff the chicken in the turkey?
It's a real thing. It's absolutely a real thing. No, you stuff a duck in you stuff a chicken in a duck and then that inside a turkey.
What do you do
it's a
with the
dish
eggs?
of deboned. It's a deboned turkey stuffed with a deboned duck, which is then stuffed with a deboned chicken. The name of the words mean turkey, duck, and chicken.
No
and
kidding.
it is most commonly served on Thanksgiving too.
It is a popular holiday dish, also known as three-bird roast, outside of the United States and Canada.
3-bird roast.
I've seen it, never had it before.
Do you serve it with a duck egg in its mouth?
No.
On top of it,
Yeah.
you put a duck egg, a chicken egg, and then you stuff it in there too.
Are you serious?
No.
Oh, I was about to say, dude. You
No,
looked like you was looking something up.
Make sure you devil them first.
I was reading, but I was just adding those things on there. Then you put it on there. You roast the pan for 4 hours. You uncover, and then you put in another chicken egg. Roast for 140 minutes on 150 degrees. Then you make not pancake. Use the pans to make gravy out of the egg juice.
Ah.
No, I'm just making that part up too.
Yeah. I was about to say, dude. Gravy out of egg.
That would be.
That's some nasty grease.
It is.
dude.
Now I did see this thing earlier on. Sometimes I watch these little reels, and it'll be like if somebody was like cooking an egg, but they were trying not to get it to stick, so they just poured like a little bit of water on it and put the lid over top of it.
Yeah.
And then just a few moments later, they showed it. And I'm like, I wish I'd have known that. It would have saved, because it would have saved me a lot of pots and pans. That's you got to get in there, scrub that egg off. Have you ever drank how Rocky drinks the egg?
No.
Nope.
I've never tried it, and I
No,
don't
sir.
think I could.
You don't think you could?
I doubt it.
I did it once,
Ugh.
and it was
Just
one of the
seems
most.
so slimy.
It was one of the most disgusting things ever. I did it at I was at UVAY's, the Black Box Theater, and we had to use for class. We had to have just one object, and we had to make. I can't remember how long it had to be. 5 minutes, maybe 3 to 5 minutes, probably 3 minutes. My object was an egg. I mean, we got to choose the object, but that's what I chose because I thought it'd be funny. So my object was that I was a poor person, and the only thing that I had to eat in my apartment, because we had to act like we had things, like open up the cabinet, but the egg was the only thing I could really have. So the only thing I had in there was an egg. I didn't have any pots and pans, and I was so hungry. So I had to force myself to eat that egg. And I did. I ate the egg, shell and all.
Wow.
What?
Yes.
Dedication.
Dude.
Shell and all for that sketch. But I didn't practice it beforehand because I knew if I practiced,
You
I'd
wouldn't
never
be able to do it.
No.
There ain't no way.
I'd never be able to do it. And I got an A. But several people gagged. And my girlfriend at the time was standing. She didn't come into the classroom. I remember it clear as day. The doorway was in the very back. And I could see her standing out in the hallway because she said she was going to come by and watch it. But she said she wouldn't be able to watch it like close because she would gag. And I could see her starting to gag, so I looked away. And I've wanted to try to recreate it, but I don't think I could.
Dude, that,
I mean, I do not think I could. It was one of the most disgusting things that I've ever done.
When I seen Rocky do it, man, I was like, that looks good. And then I cracked the egg open inside of a cup, and I went to
Oh, so
look
you
at it
you
like I
almost
was going to
attempted.
drink it, and then I was like, nope. I poured it right down the sink, dude.
I've never even thought about doing it. That just seems horrible. I've had 4 open heart surgeries, and I've had endo echocardiograms where they got to run like a tube down my throat.
You have
Oh,
really?
Yeah.
Yeah, and there's a liquid that you have to gargle. It's like a lidocaine liquid to like numb your throat, and then and it is extremely thick.
Really?
And like it makes me gag, but like I have to like work through it because like once I get numbed, like, and I don't feel like the slimy texture of it, I move past it. But the worst part of it is like I had to gargle like 4 cups of it. 'Cause
Really?
I had to do this for like 30 minutes, right? And then the 4th cup, I not only have to gargle it for a few minutes, but I have to swallow it.
How often?
It's like a thing whenever they're like prepping me for surgery and whenever they gotta like run
Oh,
tests
so
and
it's not
stuff,
like
yeah.
a regular thing
No.
you'd have to do. That would be awful. I mean, it's awful you had to go through
No,
it, but
I've had to do it 3 times that I can remember. So
really?
yeah,
Wow. That would be gross.
Yeah.
It sounded gross.
it is. It's absolutely horrible. So no, I am not trying to drink no raw eggs or
No.
nothing.
What
I
is,
bet you could though if you had to.
Nope.
what is the raw egg with the protein? Is that what it's supposed to have?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's got a lot of protein. It's
And
supposed
you
to be
know-
a good pre-workout.
And you know, some people actually eat the eggshell too because it's a good calcium supplement.
Yep, sure is.
The eggshell is?
Yes.
What if I bring an eggshell in here? Could you eat an eggshell?
Nope.
I'll give it a shot. As long as it's not been sitting out forever.
No, we would.
No,
if
sir.
I ever did, I would. If I ever did, it would be
I'm
fresh out of the refrigerator.
I'm not eating compressed limestone. No, thank you.
Sure, I don't know if I could. I mean, I would do it on the show if we had eggshell
Yeah.
here. I would do it on the show just for the show, but in everyday life,
Nope.
I don't.
And
think
some
I'd
people
it.
do. They do it in everyday life. It's
Crazy.
crazy.
It is. It really is.
People care too much about their muscles.
It's not even just another thing. They just believe it's just the health benefits.
Ugh.
Which, you know, some people also eat like the pills of fruits because the
I
vitamins
do
and stuff
that.
is more concentrated
True.
in the pills and stuff. Yeah.
Let me ask you about this, Jeremiah. This came on my mind the other day. It's been over a year since you fought in the fight.
Yeah, about a year and a half.
Big.
Big D.
Yeah. Has he contacted you ever
No,
since then? Never.
Dude, I've tried to message him, man, to get a rematch.
He just
Man,
won't respond.
but-
No.
Does he read the messages?
Yeah, even the promoter, dude,
But
Chris
you all
Smith.
didn't. But you and him didn't have any other than
No.
fighting in the ring. There was no real beef.
No, we were actually friends. Like outside of it, I didn't know him before Redneck Brawl was a thing. I mean, we met through Redneck Brawl, but like when we met for weigh-ins, dude, we had a real serious stare down. We, was pushing each other and stuff. My glasses got knocked off my face, and dude, after that, it was all serious on the camera. But after that, dude, we were shaking hands. And same thing with the fight. We went in there. We told everybody we was going to give him a good show, and that's what we tried to do. We went in there, gave him a good show, and then after that, I walked up to him. His eye was almost swollen shut. I walked up to him, told him to put an ice pack on it, keep his eye from swelling
peas.
shut. Yeah, dude, I think he took offense to that, like I was trying to degrade him or something, but I wasn't. I was really just trying to be helpful. And dude, he gets up and like walks away after that. Didn't even try to get a
So he
picture
he
with
really
Catfish
took it-
or nobody.
Really?
Yeah. And dude, after that, dude, they've tried to get him to fight other people, and he won't even fight anyone
I don't
else
even
now.
think it's a bad thing if somebody
No.
happens to lose in that.
No.
Most of the people there hadn't
Someone's
fought
gotta
before,
lose.
had they?
No, dude, hardly any of them people had ever been in an organized fight in their life.
And they're
A lot
going in
them
front of
street
5,000
fighters,
people
yeah.
the first
and
time.
then 20,000 on pay-per-view
Yeah.
too. Yeah,
That's
it
where I
was-
watched it. Now, how did you feel when you heard all the chanting and all that stuff going on
Oh, after the fight?
during it?
Oh, during it? Dude, honestly, man, I don't remember the music playing in the background. I don't remember the crowd noise. I don't remember nothing besides fighting him while the fight
So
was
just
going
so much
on.
focus and
Yeah,
adrenaline.
that's all it was. He was the only person that I seen at the time, and I had a goal, which was to punch through him.
Right.
And that's what I did the whole time. It's just,
Did you watch it?
Yeah.
What'd you think of it? Did you watch the promos that they were putting out?
I didn't watch the entire. I didn't watch like the entire. I just I waited and caught like the end,
Yeah.
like just his fight.
Because you were near the end, weren't you?
yeah, we were the
Yeah,
last
that's
fight.
what I
We were the
thought.
main
That's
event.
right,
Yeah.
Now I tuned in a little bit. It seemed like for a while, parts of it were free on Facebook for a little
Yeah,
while.
yeah. They gave you like a minute of the fight. Like they would break it up.
Yeah,
Give
because
you about a
occasionally I would
minute
see
of it.
like a fight, and then I would see like
Yeah.
a ring girl maybe,
Yep.
and then like maybe a minute or so,
Yeah.
and then I tuned in, I saw yours, and then you had posted it as well.
Mhm.
Those, you know what, we need to do we need to do some record some fake promos in here and air them on the show. I think that would be fun.
Yep.
We could just record them like, if you were going to put out a promo, here's what your promo would be. And we could come into the studio, record it, and then air our promos out to the world. I think that would be a fun just to see.
It would.
We'll have to do that, because that won't take much at all. And then also, when we do that, we'll start recording some promos for the next week's show to air throughout the week.
Mm-hmm.
We'll start doing that. Is there anything you all want to discuss tonight that we've not got into?
Banjo 2, he's out on Switch Online right now.
Okay.
Expansion Pass, the 64. I've been playing the heck out of that.
Okay.
It just released last night.
Okay. How late did you stay up playing it?
I played it for a couple hours.
Okay.
But I did play it about all day today, though.
Okay.
Up until it's time to watch the movie.
It's not just a couple hours.
Right.
Yeah,
But then it turned 12.
Yeah.
So the movie was really fresh, right in your mind.
Yeah.
Did you watch it today too?
What's that?
Did you watch the movie today too?
Yeah, I watched it. I think I started it at about 10:30 this
That's
morning.
currently how I've been doing it, just
Okay.
so I can be fresh, you know.
Mhm.
So
I
know
agree. If
everything.
it's a movie I haven't watched, I watch it right before I come in.
There was, I think there was once I actually watched a movie twice. Watched
I like
it
to if I get
in the
to.
middle of the week, and then
Mhm.
watched it again on Friday before we came in.
No, I watched the first part of Halloween 3 twice, because I'd watched it in 2 different parts, and I was like, I need to rewatch the first part.
Oh, I watched the one in black twice. That's what it was.
Okay. That was a good one. Jeremiah, for the record, he told me he didn't like Halloween 3. But you would have liked it if it wasn't called Halloween 3.
If it wasn't called Halloween 3, I
standalone.
would
You
have
know,
liked
it's
it.
funny because one of our friends, after I'd done the show, I was one of my wife's friends. He was talking about how he didn't like it. He's like, it's not a bad movie, but it's because it
not
has a Halloween name on it.
Yeah.
Yep.
I think that irked a lot of fans. John Carpenter thought his role was played out, and I don't agree with that at all. I mean, Michael Myers ended up being one of the, if not the biggest,
The most iconic.
serial killer
Yeah.
there is.
I mean, I don't think Freddy's bigger than Michael.
No.
I don't even think Jason is.
Nope.
Ghostface isn't. What about what's the clown's name?
Pennywise.
Yeah, Pennywise isn't bigger
No.
than.
Nope, he's only had a few movies, and he would have only had one if it wasn't for somebody remaking it.
Yeah. So I mean, did you all watch that Halloween with Halloween Ends?
I haven't
Oh,
seen
yeah.
Halloween Ends
Yeah.
yet.
You haven't?
I've seen the
The
one
new ones.
before that.
Okay.
Kills.
Halloween Kills.
Yeah, Halloween Kills, yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, you all, thanks for tuning in. Make sure you go to the social media pages. That's the Facebook, Spotify, YouTube, and Instagram, The Other People's Show. And when this show is reposted, share that and win $25. The winner will be announced next week. And if the sound isn't working tonight, it will be working next week as well. So, David, Jeremiah, you all have a good night.
Always.
Yeah.